Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Lost. This is the 17th episode of the third season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode, very interesting. Yes, everybody returned back to camp. Jack, a big warm embrace. You know, Kate, big embrace as well. We also seen Saeed getting the love, but somebody didn't get the love. That's Juliet. And why? Because Sawyer knows that she's one of the others, and what is she doing there? So she's left sat on the beach while everybody's kind of, you know, talking, huddling up, trying to figure out what they're going to actually do with her. Now obviously Jack's trying to say that she's part of us now. You know, she was left behind as well. She's not as bad as all of them, and my word should be okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, hopefully everybody puts their trust in me, because I put my trust in her, and I believe that, you know, she'll be good to, you know, to us and to the camp and contribute. The interesting thing is Claire started to get sick. Now, she started nosebleeding and fainting, and Jack's obviously ran over and he's put her on a bed, and Juliet's come over and she's revealed information saying that, you know, the thing that's actually happening to her, she believes she could have caused it. And the reason is, well, basically she was saying everybody on the island who tries to have a baby all seems to die, except for one person, Claire, who's fully actually come here. She was already pregnant before coming to the island, but she's come here and she's actually successfully delivered the baby. She was saying that yes, Ethan did take her, but he had to go rogue once you know, they found out that his name wasn't in the manifest, and he started doing it his own way. But prior to that, when he was giving the injections, it was working. And now obviously later on down the line, the effects are coming, and you know, this is causing it. And if she doesn't stop it herself, she knows the antidote, she knows where to get it. If she doesn't grab it, then Claire's actually going to die. So Jack's given her the green light. He said go, you know, if that's the case, do it. She's ran, she's got the case, she was telling the truth, there was some there, but before she could pick it up, yes, Saeed and Sawyer come over. You know, they're suspicious, they don't trust her, did they? They was like, give it here, let me have a look. You know, they was questioning her, she ended up countering and questioning back. She was saying, you know, have you told everybody about, you know, how many people you tortured, Saeed? What about you, James? Have you told everybody about the man that you shot the day before you got onto the flight in cold blood? No, I don't think you did. So you don't have to be, you know, revealing all my information to everybody. You know, somebody's going to die, you don't need more blood in your hands. She took the case, she ran back, she gave it to Jack, he put it into Claire, it saved her. Now the interesting thing is she's looking okay now, she's been accepted, do you know what I mean? She's kind of being welcomed into the camp, she's been given a little pack, she's been given a location to set up tent. But long and behold, we've got the backstory. You know, earlier on as he was trekking back to the island, you know, she mentioned a comment about, you know, handcuffing herself to Kate and having a key, and I was like, hang on, that's the first time I've actually heard that. You know, we thought that she was dumped and left, but she actually said that she cuffed herself and dropped herself in the trees, you know what I mean? Which made me think that she knew everything that was happening all along. And yes, it was revealed that this is part of Ben's plan. He wants her to come to the island, he wants her to gain the trust. He knew Claire was going to get sick because they implanted you know, the chip or whatever it was inside of her. They've triggered it. They knew that she was going to, you know, start dying and need Juliet's help, and that was their easy way into the camp. Now, he did say that she's going to have to wait out 7 days and then he'll come for us, so it's going to be interesting what happens in that period, but I can't wait to find out. Thanks for checking out the channel today. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Superman can fly around the entire planet. Going by a pure foot race, Super's going to get dusted by the Flash. Perhaps we should fit Superman with a pair of kryptonite.
Oh, he stood on a trap wire. Oh, Charlie. Oh.
Charlie!
Is this a vision? This has got to be a dream that he's having. We don't even know where they're walking. Oh. Was that another possibility, that one that he just seen as well?
There's a wire, a cable buried in the sand. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they have to walk down the beach, don't they?
Superman!
Because someone's coming.
Now, I heard he found that when he went to look for Russo, didn't on the beach, and saw Saeed as well.
God tests our fate in many ways. We have our own test here. A vow of silence that lasts as long as we see fit. I never thought you'd last. And so now I stand corrected. And now you're one of us.
Thank you.
How's he got to that position, though?
Morning, Jack. Wondering if I could borrow your first aid kit.
Something wrong, Hurley?
Keeping Desmond here company? Because we're friends.
Oh, this is like when you knew Claire was drowning, isn't it? That's why you got the first aid kit. Someone's gonna get hurt. Is it me?
No. I saw a sequence of events, things that are gonna happen. It was like I saw a jigsaw puzzle. It was you.
All right.
Cable out of the sand.
It's a sequence of events.
So you're not trying to stop something from happening. You actually want it to happen.
more than anything.
Freckles, you home?
What's up? I'm up here.
Just tell the doc about you and me.
He saw us on one of their surveillance monitors.
Well, now that that's out of the way, a little afternoon delight.
Back to Sawyer.
You need me to make you a mixtape?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Mate, I'd love it if he just made a little mixtape or just sang her a few songs.
Camping?
Yeah, you know, like sleeping under the stars, fire on the beach.
Camping. Yes.
Where are you going?
We need one more.
He's going to go and recruit Charlie. You know, the interesting thing is, right, I was going to mention, I think last episode, I don't think I did. You know, we quite recently, I've been mentioning a few things and then it's actually being shown in the show. And one that I was actually going to mention was was his girlfriend. You know, I've literally just blanked on a penny, right? And the reason I was going to say it is, do you remember last episode, I think it was, where Juliet went back to episode 1 where she stood in the mirror and she was looking? I thought that that was Penny in episode 1. So when we seen it again yesterday, I was going to be like, oh, Penny. You know, we seen her end last season, and then we've seen it in the episode where he had his flashbacks, but ever since then, we haven't really seen anything of it. And I thought last season, the way she was kind of introduced was going to be a big play in season 3, because she was trying to search for Desmond. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't just like, oh, Penny's at home and she's just whatever. It was like, she's got a full-on operation. She had 2 people out somewhere, you know what I mean, searching for anomalies and different things and trying to pick up, like, locations and radars. And we haven't seen any of that. We actually have seen nothing of it. So, like, I'm actually happy that we're getting more of this. And if he's having flashbacks today that possibly Penny's coming to the island, that's going to be interesting, because that means that if that is the case, that's tying into the end of last season and you're trying to pull it all in together.
You've had another one of your visions, haven't you? What was it this time?
Someone's coming to the island.
As in someone who's not already here. How the hell is that going to happen?
I can't tell you.
Previously told Jin or Hurley that they're going to die.
Well, that's not going to happen. Not this time.
I think they're teasing with this Charlie death, aren't they? I think they're testing the waters to see how the fan base will react.
This is it.
How can you tell?
That's exactly where I followed the wire into the jungle.
Does Jin even know what they're doing? He thinks he's camping.
Here it is. Last time I followed this wire into the jungle, I almost got kebabbed by one of Rousseau's spiky death trap things.
We'll camp here tonight.
I can't wait for him to engage in full combos.
Mariah. I find the name the brothers have chosen for the wine made here interesting. Well, Moriah's a mountain where Abraham was asked to kill Isaac. Well, one might argue that God need not have asked Abraham to sacrifice his son in the first place.
Well, then it wouldn't have been much of a test, would it, brother?
The oatmeal's awesome.
It is, huh?
Strange, huh? Being back, not looking for a way out of a cage, not finding a reason to go running off into the jungle again. My big, dangerous adventure for tonight is gonna be doing the dishes.
Can I borrow that spoon?
He did have 2 bowls there, Jack, didn't he? See what I mean? I knew it. Jealousy. My one hope is that in her kind of sadness, she don't go to yeah, just like that.
Oh, my doorbell busted again.
She's so reactionary. I can't believe it. I'm literally just about to say that. See what I mean? Like, I feel bad on Sawyer there. I mean, he's getting some, so he'd be loving it. But, like, the reason is, you know what I mean? It's upsetting for him.
My name's Penny.
So how did you manage to leave her behind and come here?
Because I'm a coward. You know, I tried to run away from her and she tracked me down. With enough money and determination, you can find anyone, she said. Thinking that she actually meant it, that maybe she spent the last 3 years looking for me.
I can hear a helicopter, me. It's just a red light that comes in. Sounds like it's about to fall down, if I'm being totally honest. It has fell down. Oh, that's far out. You can't swim out there. It's too dark. What's that, a flare? I don't know. His vision's obviously happening.
Oh my god.
I don't really know what's just happened there. Like, that helicopter's obviously crash landed. What's that that's landing down? Is that another helicopter or something? Have they abandoned it? Have they jumped out? I don't really know. I mean, what I do know is, obviously, it's just kind of working into his vision. You know what I mean? They found the cable. He's seen the light. They'll venture out into the jungle, I'm assuming, in the morning. I'm just hoping that, obviously, if he steps on that wire, he's quick to react. He can knock it out of the way. Maybe... I'm not too sure if he had his guitar the first time we seen it in the clip. Hopefully he didn't, and it hits it, you know what I mean, and saves him. But also, you know what I mean, like with the Kate thing, she's so reactionary. Yes, okay, that she's kind of like likes Jack and all that, and she's jealous of him spending time with Juliet. But I was in the middle of saying, I just hope that she doesn't go now and get Sawyer. And then literally before I could even finish that sentence, she's boom, in his tent, sleeping with him. Now, obviously, Sawyer's going to be loving it, you know what I mean? Because he's getting some, and, you know, it's with Kate as well, the person that he actually wants it to be with. But then also, it's mixed emotions for him because, you know what I mean? I don't know if you would rather that and say, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? We slept together last night, decent. Or whether, you know, it just builds false hope for him, because we know what false hope's like on this island. And, you know what I mean, he's probably better off not engaging if it means that his feelings are going to get deeper and there's no chance of them ever actually being together. Do you know what I mean?
Someone like ejected. Yeah, but that was a helicopter. You can't eject from a helicopter. Well, maybe they jumped. Where are you going?
Out to where it fell.
You even listening to Hurley when he mentioned Rousseau's death trap? It's going to be light in 2 hours. We'll wait until
She
then.
can't wait. We have to go, all 4 of us now.
Right, well, I guess it's supposed to happen without me.
We'll leave at first light then. Together. Hello, Ruth.
So you're a monk now, are you?
Well, technically, I'm still what they call a novice.
You can never begin to explain what you did. You left 1 week before the wedding, disappeared completely.
I was scared about the wedding. So I had a few pints, too many maybe. And when I woke up, I was lying on my back in the street. And I don't know how I got there. There was this man standing over me, Ruth. I knew I was supposed to go with him. I was supposed to leave everything that mattered behind for a greater calling.
Next time you want to break up with someone, Des, just tell the girl.
He done it though, didn't he? He did do it. The thing is though, yeah, that explanation there, if I was her, is still not good enough. I'd be like, all right, sound, at least you told me, but you know what I mean? I'm still not going to be happy with that. You
two arguing over who's your favorite other? What I wanted, Doc, was to inform you there's been some development since you were AWOL. How's your back in?
Finally, something I can beat you at. It's kind of strange, huh? Being back.
Kate said the same thing in the kitchen last night.
So you guys ate together, huh?
No, Juliet and I had dinner together last night.
That's why she was crying.
Best 2 out of 3?
You got it.
Seriously, I'm gonna have a coronary.
Oh, is that where they get the parachute or the canopy or something?
What are you doing? Ow! Ah!
That's a satellite phone.
Oh, has it got service as well? Oh no, it's just died.
Is that you?
And who's she?
And checking she's died on the island on her own. Like she's actually come down to try and find him herself. Mixtape.
What's this?
Your mixtape.
Best of Phil Collins, huh?
Don't get picky. Why'd you jump me last night?
What?
Was it because you saw the Doc hanging out with Juliet? You ain't gotta use me, Freckles. All you gotta do is ask.
Would say that's right, to be fair. He'd sleep with her. If she asked him, he would do. But he don't want his emotions messed with, and I get it as well.
You think it's actually her who bailed out the helicopter?
I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want anything to change.
I hope you save his life, Desmond, man. I don't want Charlie to die.
Well, it's a grand old team to play for. Getting pissed on a lovely wine.
Something tells me, Desmond, that you're not cut out to be a monk. I'm afraid you'll be on penance, Desmond.
I heard the call.
I'm sure you did hear the call. But the Abbey clearly isn't where you were meant to end up. God has different plans than you being a monk.
You can't give him a positive sacking, you know what I mean? Like letting him go, but in a positive way.
Hey, what am I supposed to do now?
Whatever comes next.
I'm moving as fast as I can. In case you haven't noticed, dude, I'm not exactly the Flash.
Ooh, vibration. And what would Superman do if he came up against a wall?
Can't be selfish.
Fit Superman with a pair of kryptonite ballet slippers. Charlie, stop!
He did save him though. He's changed the course of the event now, hasn't he? Now he doesn't know if he's going to find Penny. That's what's in his head. He's thinking that all my vision up until... He never seen her in his vision. He's seen up until that point. And then I think they seen him like rocking, I don't know, a parachute or a canopy thing. Do you know what I mean? But then we never seen them engage in meeting a person. So that was interesting. He's obviously changed it. You had to as well. You can't let your selfishness get somebody else killed. That's not right, is it? You know what I mean? Like we've seen selfish people on the island before, like Michael, and we've never supported it. And that's the same here. Just because Desmond could potentially, you know, find his, you know, missus, but also maybe get something to help them leave the island. That's all great. You know what I mean? But not at the expense of somebody's life who doesn't deserve to die, you know. So he's a good member of the camp. I'm glad that he's alive. I do think they filter him. I feel like they're teasing us, me, man. I feel like testing the waters to see how the public will react. It's like the third or fourth time now that Charlie's nearly died. It's like, mate, can we either kill him, which I don't want to happen, or can we stop because it's stressing me out?
This way.
Oh, changing it maybe?
No, the beacon fell this side of the rise.
No, there.
How about we split up?
You shouted, Doc. You knew. You thought the only way you could get your girl back was if I took an arrow in the head.
The flashes don't happen exactly how I saw them. The picture changes. Maybe it's a test. My God, testing Abraham. Except I failed, because I changed what I saw.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello?
I'm sorry.
I don't think they're dead, though. I hope they're not anyway, because what a waste it would have been.
I nearly took this with me.
Is that woman there the one that told him about his visions?
If you're not in a hurry, Brother Martin's heading into town in a few hours. He can give you a ride. That is, if you don't mind doing some heavy lifting.
Reckon this is their first meet?
Goodbye, Desmond.
I think we should be able to fit it all in the back, and if not, we'll put the rest in the front.
This vineyard only makes a limited number of these cases each year.
Is that so?
It's because the monks are lazy. I'm an ex-monk.
Really?
I was fired. The abbey wasn't where I was meant to end up.
I mean, just think, if you hadn't got fired, we wouldn't have met. How could you possibly help me unload these crates in Carlisle?
Stand back! Be careful. Just get off, Charlie. Sorry, Penny. Sorry.
Desmond.
Interesting. Who's that? They didn't see them in today's backstory, did they? Right, so that's interesting. Right, it's not Penny that's come to the island, which I fully wouldn't have expected anyway. I wouldn't have expected her to be piloting a plane and a helicopter and jumping out and letting it crash land in the sea. Like, do you think that was meant to happen, or do you think it was accidental? Because to me, it doesn't make any sense. You know, if they know that Desmond's potentially stranded on this island, you wouldn't bring your only source of vehicle or whatever you do, transport, and then destroy it pretty much, because that's what it would be in it. Like, jumping out and parachuting has basically destroyed it. It's landed in the sea. So then that person's stranded on the island as well. So now we've got kind of two people here that is not originally part of the camp. We've got Juliet, who's come with Jack last episode, and we've got obviously this person here who's come today to save Desmond. But I mean, I guess it would give him some sort of motivation and faith, so to speak, that people are looking for him. He knows, he said down that he had hope for 3 years, that she was actually there searching for him. And it's come through. It has done. You know what I mean? Like, her resources, her money, her power, her knowledge has got somebody to the island. Now, the thing is, their transport is now gone. Who is this person, and does it have a sort of relation to him? Do you know what I mean? What is the connection? I thought it was Penny, to be honest. It sounded like it, just like the muffling when she come down and landed, obviously, in the chute. But now he's took it off, it's somebody else. It's pretty exciting because I do love new characters. I like how we're tying in the Penny storyline. You know what I mean? Like, last episode, I said that I was going to mention it, but I forgot because of, obviously, the way it ended with Juliet. But when we got we basically got the clip of the first episode, didn't we? In last episode, again, like a replay. And it reminded me of me mentioning it at the start of the season that I thought it was actually Penny, but it wasn't. And we've not really seen any of her, apart from the backstory of Desmond when, basically broke up with her up until today. And I do hope we tie it in. But again, the thing is, I'm intrigued now in different points of, like, the story. Like, I really want to see what's going on here with, with Desmond and the pilot. That's obviously just landed on the island. And I also really want to see what's going on with Juliet infiltrating the camp. But then it's been like 4 episodes now since Locke has disappeared with Ben and seen his dad in that box. And I don't know which one I want to see in next episode. We kind of got 3 decent things going on here that has definitely all got my interest. I don't know which one I want to see the most. Maybe I'll go with Locke because it's been a long time and I feel like the absence is quite noticeable now, considering it was teased a little bit. But I got to admit, they've got a couple of good storylines going. That's really good because, like I said, you could totally just pull yourself out, drop yourself somewhere else and just ignore one and just focus on the other all episode like today. You know what I mean? So it's good that we've got multiple things going on. Yeah, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope the guys enjoyed it. Mate, I knew Kate was going to do that. You know what I mean? As soon as she was having a conversation, she was flirting with Jack. She was loving it. He's having a good time. He's like, can I have the spoon? She was like licking it and giving it to him. And he walked off with 2 bowls. And I was like, mate, I know where he's going. I literally do. So he's gone over. He's sat in the tent. He's having a good old laugh with, obviously, his new best friend, Juliet. I don't know if they've got, an attraction towards each other, but he seems to have taken a liking and he's bonding and obviously they're having a good time. And Kate's kind of feeling left out now. She had a chance multiple times with Jack and to be honest, she did kiss him and then they had the conversation, didn't they? They was going to have a talk about it, saying that they both didn't mind that it happened, you know what I mean? Like, basically admitting that they both kind of like fancy each other. And then Michael come in, obviously messed all of it up, you know what I mean? The chaos has erupted. They probably not had 5 minutes to sit down and actually think about and reflect that situation out there, because if you think about it, they was about to sit down and have a little heart to heart about that situation, about them two, and then Michael's come in, and then the next day, Michael's killed Dan and Lucille, he's shot Libby, then they've escaped, and then they've gone after them, and then Michael's been, you know, gone away, and they've been taken, and they've been locked up. Mate, the chain of events that have obviously like just steamrolled ever since, you know, Michael actually returned, there's not give them 2 seconds to sit down and talk about their relationship and where they wanted to go and how to move forward. But then obviously, like I said, they put under extreme situations and circumstances, and, you know, Sawyer looked like he was going to die, and obviously she's all emotional, and he said that he kind of loves her, and she's kissed him, and they've, you know, started with each other, and then Jack's seen it, and that's the way they've infiltrated him and got him to do the thing, and, you know what I mean, now he's getting closer to Julia, and I kind of always thought that was like the plan, but then I wanted her to go rogue and actually like him, which I'm still hoping. That's my big hope for this season. I'm hoping that Julia is actually catching feels for Jack. I know that she's currently working for Ben, and I do believe she's still in that type of mission mindset. But I also think that she is, you know, falling for him, because spending time with people so much and getting close, and, you know, it's not just spending 1 or 2 hours here and there. It's not like you just met somebody on a date and you go and sit down and have a meal and you're there for 2-3 hours and then you go home and then you don't see him again for another week. This is like 24/7 hardcore. You know what I mean? Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Only thing to play is ping pong. Do you know what I mean? Bond together, sit together, talk together, deep life stories. You know what I mean? One day feels like a week. That's literally what it is, and I feel like they are getting closer. Now, it's going to be interesting to see who she turns on. She's either got to turn on Jack or turn on Ben in the final few stages of the season. And that's where the exciting bit's going to happen. Like I said, Kate's obviously gone all emotional, walked into Sawyer's tent. Just as I was saying, I hope that she don't do that so that he plays with his emotions. She's gone in, she slept with him. You could see Sawyer the next day having a conversation with Jack. He's put 2 and 2 together. He's even gone over to her and said, look, mate, if you want to sleep with me, just say it. Just come in and just say, look, mate, I want to, you know, have sex, I'll go for it. And I'm not bothered. But just don't start messing with my emotions, you know what I mean? Don't start playing with my head, give me false hope, because that's not what we want, innit? And I actually felt sorry for him in that. Even though he's getting something that he kind of wanted, I kind of felt sorry for him as well. But like I said, mate, now we've had somebody drop on the island, helicopters come. I want to know if everybody else seen that, or if it was just these 4. Do you know what I mean? He was on the beach. He did step in, stop Charlie from dying. It's like the 4th time now. I mean, is that going to continue for the whole season, the whole show? You know what I mean? Getting in the way. Or we're just going to pull the trigger and see if he gets hit and then survives. It's going to be interesting to see, but really good episode so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's. If you did, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.